USNI News Fleet and Marine Tracker, December 2nd, year 2019. This is the map and the locations of the Marine Navy ships. These are the approximate positions of the U.S. Navy's deployed carrier strike groups and amphibious ready groups throughout the world as of December 2nd, year 2019, based on Navy and public data. In cases where a CSG or ARG is conducting disaggregated operations, the chart reflects the location of the capital ship. Total U.S. Navy battle force 292. Ships underway. Deployed ships underway 45. Non-deployed ships underway 19. Total ships underway 64. Ships deployed by fleet. Fleet Forces 0, 3rd Fleet 0, 4th Fleet 1, 5th Fleet 19, 6th Fleet 21, 7th Fleet 56, total 97. In Yokosuka, Japan, USS Ronald Reagan, the Ticonderoga-class guided missile cruiser USS Channel Louisville, and the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force Akizuki-class destroyer SJ Fuyusuki underway information on October 27, 2019. In the Western Pacific, Naval Supply Systems Command Fleet Logistics Center Pearl Harbor provides fueling support to the amphibious assault ship USS America during a port visit to join Base Pearl Harbor, HICOM, on November 21st, year 2019. In the Persian Gulf, Aviation Bosun Mate Airman Christopher Bordeaux operates a jet blast deflector prior to an FA-18E Super Hornet attached to the Sidewinder of Strike Fighter Squadron 86 launching from the flight deck of the aircraft carrier USS Abraham Lincoln on November 23, year 2019. The Abraham Lincoln Carrier Strike Group is in the Persian Gulf. USS Abraham Lincoln had departed its old home port of Norfolk, Virginia in April and will shift home port to San Diego, California. Upon completion of deployment, USS Henry Truman is now operating in U.S. 6th Fleet and on the way to replace the Lincoln. Carrier Air Wing 7. Sailors taxi an FA-18F Super Hornet attached to the Jolly Rogers of Strike Fighter Squadron 103 on the flight deck of the aircraft carrier USS Abraham Lincoln on November 25, 2019. CVW-7, based at Naval Air Station Oceana, Virginia, is embarked aboard Lincoln and includes a total of 9 squadrons and detachments. The Feast of the Fleet of Strike Fighter Squadron 25 from Naval Air Station Lemoore, California. The Sidewinders of VFA-86 from Naval Air Station Lemoore, California. The Jolly Rogers of VFA-103 from Naval Air Station Oceana, Virginia. The Peking Ducks of VFA-143 from Naval Air Station Oceana, Virginia. The Patriots of Electronic Attack Squadron 140 from Naval Air Station Whidbey Island, Washington. The Blue Tails of Carrier Airborne Early Warning Squadron 121 from Naval Station Norfolk, Virginia. The Rawhides of Fleet Logistics Support Squadron 40 from Naval Station Norfolk, Virginia. The Night Dippers of Helicopter Sea Combat Squadron 5 from Naval Station Norfolk, Virginia. The Griffins of Helicopter Maritime Strike Squadron 79 from Naval Air Station North Island, California. So, okay, let's go back to here. It says that USS Harry Truman is on the way to replace the Lincoln, which means if the Abraham Lincoln is to be sunk, then it should be within this next 2 weeks. Destroyer Squadron 28. An MH-60S Nighthawk helicopter flies over the forecastle of the guided missile destroyer USS Forrest Sherman as Coast Guardsmen prepare to be hoisted into the aircraft on November 9th, 2019. Destroyer Squadron 28, USS Larsen, USS Farragut, and USS Forrest Sherman are now supporting the Abraham Lincoln CSG. In the Eastern Pacific, USS Theodore Roosevelt left the Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyer USS Russell, Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyer USS Paul Hamilton transit the Eastern Pacific Ocean on November 27th, 2019. USS Nimitz and USS Theodore Roosevelt are underway in the Southern California operating areas. In the Eastern Atlantic, sailors send information during a blocking ceremony in the hangar bay of the Nimitz-class aircraft carrier USS Harry Truman in the Atlantic Ocean, November 30th, 2019. The Harry Truman CSG has crossed the Atlantic and is just west of the Strait of Gibraltar, just outside the Mediterranean Sea and within the 6th Fleet area of responsibility. The CSG will ultimately take the Abraham Lincoln CSG's place in the U.S. 5th Fleet's area of responsibility. This deployment will be Truman's second in 2 years. Carrier Strike Group 8. An FA-18F Super Hornet attached to the fighting checkmates of Strike Fighter Squadron 11 takes off from the flight deck of the Nimitz-class aircraft carrier USS Harry Truman in the Atlantic Ocean on December 1st, 2019, so which is yesterday. Carrier Air Wing 1. Aviation bosun's mate, second class Christopher Piotrowski signals to an FA-18 Super Hornet on the flight deck of the Nimitz-class aircraft carrier USS Harry Truman in the Atlantic Ocean on December 1st, 2019. Carrier Air Wing 1 is based at Naval Air Station Oceana, Virginia, and embarked on Harry Truman. The Red Rippers of VFA-11 Strike Fighter Squadron from Naval Air Station Oceana, Virginia. The checkmates of VFA-211 from Naval Air Station Oceana, Virginia. The Sunliners of VFA 81 from Naval Air Station Oceana, Virginia. The Nighthawks of VFA 136 from Naval Air Station Nemore, California. The Rooks of VAQ 137 Electronic Attack Squadron from Naval Air Station Whidbey Island, Washington. The Seahawks of VAW 126 Carrier Airborne Early Warning Squadron from Naval Air Station Norfolk, Virginia. The Rawhides of VRC 40 Detachment Fleet Logistics Support Squadron from Naval Air Station Norfolk, Virginia. The Dragon Slayers of HSC 11 Helicopter Sea Combat Squadron from Naval Air Station Norfolk, Virginia. The Proud Warriors of HSM 72 Helicopter Maritime Strike Squadron from Naval Air Station Jacksonville, Florida. The Navy has not announced what escorts are accompanying the Harry Truman SSG as it heads east for deployment. Destroyer Squadron 28 with USS Larson, USS Farragut, and USS Forrest Sherman worked up with Sherman and its air wing. However, they are already in the Persian Gulf, supporting the Abraham Lincoln Carrier Strike Group. In addition to these major formations, not shown on dozens of others serving in submarines, individual surface ships, aircraft squadrons, SEALs, Special Purpose Marine Air Ground Task Forces, Seabees, Coast Guard cutters, EOD mobile units, and more serving throughout the group.